Since we're X amount of weeks into the 2022 NFL season, today we are going to look at NFL players and their fragrances on GQ's hit YouTube series, 10 Things I Can't Live Without. But before we get into this, I think we have to get a little ready. All right, that's better. Hashtag Bills Mafia. Roll intro, roll video.
My first essential is none other than Tom Ford Cologne.
First up, we have all-pro wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill, and here he has some 50 ml Tom Ford Noir de Noir. Noir de Noir is a beautiful rosy scent with gourmand nuances. So we're talking truffle, vanilla, patchouli, a little bit of oud as well. These notes uniquely come off as chocolatey altogether, and I really like that. It's like a pretty rose on top of a seductively dark chocolate kind of thing. Not finna lie though, I used to own this, but I sold it because the performance in my 2017 bottle was just that poor. It was a far cry from the initial 2007 bottles, as it projected for no more than an arm's length, and in my Canadian winters, that's not good enough. So that with an overall 6 hours of longevity, not cool. Not saying that performance was everything, but for when I would like to wear this scent, it kind of matters. Luckily, the cheetah is down in Miami, and he probably doesn't have to worry about the cold dissipating this once awesome and still awesome scent. But yeah, let's continue.
When I was back in high school, I was just using bod. I wasn't able to afford, some certain kind of things, so I upgraded once my father put me on to Tom Ford.
So the cheetah also comes from humble beginnings in using bod. Bod, Axe, Adidas, whatever inexpensive body spray you had to use when you were a broke teen, you just did. I think we've all been there. And shout outs to everyone and their dads, any father figure out here, basically helping us out with ushering us into this fragrance journey that we're now in.
I was using other colognes like Creed, Gucci, and all of that, but Tom Ford really stuck out to me. It gives me that manly smell that I really need. I just like to smell good, look good, play good, feel good, pay good. I'm the cheetah, baby.
Now, as far as smelling like a man or that kind of bravado that the cheetah is trying to channel in here in Noir de Noir, I personally don't believe that this scent is more manly than, say, masculine Gucci's or Creed's even. But to each their own, we all have different perceptions and preferences when it comes to scent, like everything else. So all that matters is how you truly want to feel about the scents you do own and or come across. But if you also want to smell like Tyreek Hill here, a 50 ml of Tom Ford Noir de Noir currently retails for $285 US. However, it also trades on the gray market for as low as 230-ish, so save. Now on to the next player.
My very next essential is my cologne, man. You gotta have that smell good. This is that Prada Carbon, my favorite one. Hold on. We gotta get one right, you feel me?
Next up, not an NFL player, but in my opinion, an NFL level punter and place kicker. It's YouTuber Deestroying and his 100 ml Prada Rossa Carbon. Firstly, this man is actually spraying this stuff properly, like right directly onto him, so salute. And secondly, Carbon is an especially awesome flanker to the original Prada Rossa. So here they combine the aromatic nature of the Rossa line with the metallic and fresh nature of those bluer scents out there in recent years. Is it original? No, but the whole point of flankers is to expand on already existing lines. So why not do that with trends that are already hot? Sell.
And I ain't gonna lie, the moment I knew this was the one, it's like, even dudes would come up to me like, bro, what is you wearing right now? I'm like, hey bro, let me put you on, it's that Prada Carbon. They got it at Sephora. If you just go in the back of the store, you look at the boxes, it's right there.
And yes, no surprise here, just like Dior Sauvage or other blue scents, it is a compliment magnet. Women like their men smelling like this, men find themselves pleasant smelling like this. It's a win-win for everyone.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, when I bought this bottle, I bought 10 more along with it. If you go in my house right now, there's 9 unopened boxes.
It smells so good in here.
I'm telling you.
Right?
Might have to get you a box too, man.
Let me know.
Yeah, what can I say? This stuff is no joke. Its take on Ambroxan is subtler than Sauvage, but it is still enveloping and welcoming. So if you want to be a compliment hog like Deestroying, but not feel as intrusive as some of the most notorious blue scents out there, then you should probably give this a shot. Prada Rossa Carbon at 100 ml retails for an already more approachable $100 US. But unfortunately, it's tougher to get for lower than that recently, as gray market sites seem to be selling out of it in 2022. So if you do see it for less anywhere else, please be sure to link your boy in the comments.
So right here, my first essential is some Creed. This right here is my favorite cologne.
Next up, we have All-Pro inside linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Devin White, with his Aventus cologne in 100 mls. Aventus cologne being the third fragrance by Creed to bear the Aventus name, the first being the OG Aventus and the second being Aventus for her. And in comparison to those two, I would say that this one is the least interesting of the three. And that's not to denigrate it, because I think it's incredibly pleasant. But instead of using really noteworthy, richer smelling notes like pineapple to grab your attention, Aventus cologne instead leans on fresh, spicier elements and citrusy elements like pink pepper and mandarin. So overall, it's more casual and sporty, but again, still very pleasant in its own way.
My grandmother always told me, every time you go out or you get out the shower, put a little on. You know, you're gonna smell good. You know, it's just a man thing to do. Something I've always been big on, but when I got to the NFL, this was one of the first colognes that I ever bought myself.
And yeah, I totally agree with White here, because as a guy, what else do you got? Everything else as far as routine just feels very par for the course, like brushing your teeth, doing your hair, shaving. Because on the flip side, it just seems like women have way more fun with vanities like makeup and maybe their own fragrance. But with guys, this is just what we can affordably get creative with. Not saying you have to afford a Creed, there's fragrances for everyone at every price point. But yeah, just invest in something, because life's a lot more fun in the morning when you get to spray that stuff when you do.
This right here smells like success. You put this on right here, it's gonna be a good day.
And hey, I also agree with this too. Aventus cologne, and just maybe most Creeds I like in general, are done in such a way that you can't help but feel great when you are wearing them. Like, you just don't buy Creeds to only wear them and have a drag of a day. Your own energy is going to want to match the jovial compositions that this brand offers. The vibrance of the ingredients and just the straightforward pleasantness of this stuff, I love it. I love Creed, and what you see is what you get with them. Now that's for the overall idea of their scents. Their batch variation, on the other hand, is a completely different topic that we can save for later. Maybe another video perhaps. But yeah, if you too, like Devin White, want to invest in 100 mls of Creed Aventus cologne, it'll run you $495 US at retail, or around $285 US on the gray market. So a pretty good discount there, but still an arm and a leg. But what do you expect with Creeds? It is what it is. On to the next one now.
Now right here I got my cologne, my Bond number 9.
Next up, we have the other All-Pro inside linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It's my brother from another mother, because we have the same last name, Lavonte David. And here my dude has his 100 ml bottle of Bond number 9 Lafayette Street. This stuff in particular in Lafayette Street that has its own mini cult following lately. And it makes sense because everyone loves Ambroxan. So you throw in some other notes that are also pleasant as well, like coriander, apple, some florals, and voila, you get this sweet, fresh, spicy vibe on top of that musky, woodsy warmth of Ambroxan. Definitely a compliment puller, which I know a lot of you guys are into.
Gotta have cologne as a man. I feel like, you know, you wanna always smell good, maybe a special occasion, special events, going out to dinner, things like that.
And yeah, as a man, I feel like in order to feel my best, I have to not only look my best, but smell my best as well. Perception is everything, and I think that with scent, you are projecting your presence, your personality to a certain extent, to everyone around you, even though they might not be directly looking at you at a given time.
Just walking by people get a whiff of you, oh, you smell good. You know, everybody like good compliments, and I feel like wearing this Bond number 9 give you that, you know, that compliment that you may need. You know what I'm saying? Your day might not be going good. You pop on some Bond number 9, you walk outside, somebody will say, oh, you smell good, and that's all you need. And ain't your day going better.
And yeah, you're not always showing it on your face, but sometimes you do have those bad days. But then when someone acknowledges your scent, boom, instant game changer. All of a sudden you're feeling yourself. It's quite a morale boost, and whatever you were going to do, you're just going to do more enthusiastically now. So again, if I had to pick a compliment magnet from Bond as of late, it would definitely be Lafayette Street. If you too want to experience the scent just like Lavonte David, a 100 ml currently retails for $450 US, but thankfully you can find these on the low for around $195 US as well on the gray market. So I suggest you pay the latter, of course, because while the overtly synthetic style of Bond is pleasant, it also doesn't reek of mid 400s as far as price point. So again, save if you can.
Another one of my essentials, my cologne. You always have to smell good. So this is my favorite right here. Lafayette Street Number 9, Bond number 9. This is my favorite cologne.
Lastly, we have quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles and future All-Pro and maybe this season's MVP, Jalen Hurts. He too is also kicking it with Bond number 9 Lafayette Street, but this time in sample form. He also has the minty aromatic Burberry from Men there too, as well as the delectable spicy tobacco in Burberry London from Men as well. All great choices.
Funny story about this. So I was in the mall in Florida. Me and my teammates were working out. We was throwing out there. We had got the guys together to go work out. We ended up running past this woman selling cologne at the mall, and we was just trying stuff. And she gives me this one. I'm like, this the one.
Yeah, that used to be me too. One of my fondest early fragrance memories was just going to the mall, losing myself in just smelling all the fragrances that a department store or luxury department store had to offer. If you eventually found one that spoke to you, there's like no better feeling.
But then she told me the price. And I said, that ain't the one no more. I ended up buying a whole bunch of the little small ones after the fact. You know, my pops put me on cologne. I got all my ways from him, so he my hero.
So that's why this dude don't have the full presentation. Now sure, Jalen Hurts still makes a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but for his recent record and his level of NFL production, currently he is still the most underpaid quarterback at just over $1 million US per year. And that's still not enough for him to warrant making a frivolous purchase in a luxury fragrance. Maybe when dude starts making Lavonte David type money or more in a couple years, I'm sure he will succumb to bottles upon bottles of this stuff. For now though, present tense, I appreciate his level of discipline and sensibility. It's something that a lot of us in this crazy hobby of fragrance can learn from, myself included. And because of that, not only is Jalen Hurts in the running for league MVP this year, but he's also this video's MVP as well. For real though, guys, I love his play and again, his level of sensibility. But if you just want to smell like Jalen Hurts here, a 100 ml of Bond number 9 Lafayette Street, again, currently retails for $450 US, but get it on the low like I specified before. And there it is. Thank you again for sticking around this long. Hope you enjoyed the show. So now we're at that point of the video where I want to know what you think. What do you think of these footballers and their frags this time around? And who is your video MVP? Please let me know in the comment section below. Also subscribe and hit that notification bell if you have yet to. We're on the train to 30,000 subscribers, so please help me get there. Until the next one though, thank you again for watching. Take care for now. Peace out. Bye. My name is Manny. Wear your fragrances.
Usain Bolt is washed up. I've said this many of times. So Usain Bolt may want to use this to loosen up his old WD-40 hamstrings. I said it.